Woo! Beautifully hot fucking day. I'm gonna go get me a beer. I'm not really a drinker though. I mean, I'm 34, so I do drink. I think I had a couple shots of what's it called? Vodka, Sky Vodka, when I was like 17. Threw that shit up. Never drank again until like my 21st birthday. Now, of course, it's like a rite of passage. Your friends take you out and they try to make you throw up. I didn't throw up, but I did drink hella beer on my 21st birthday, just for the occasion. And I went a whole long time without drinking again after that. Occasionally, like, I think my buddies would throw house parties, and I had never done a keg stand. Like, you can't fucking die without saying you've done keg stands. So I sucked it up and was just like, fuck it. Pick me up. I'm gonna do a keg stand. So I drank beer then too. Let's see. There might have been a few other situations, but I really didn't appreciate the sauce, the whole drinking vibe at all, because I was a pothead in my teen years and I was a pothead in my 20s. And I just knew what I liked and I stuck to it. But when I became a dad, things changed. Definitely. Definitely enjoyed a beer. I'll tell you that much. No, I still don't like beer. I'm a wine guy, to be honest. But occasionally I will have a cold one. And it's nice because it's kind of like water or a soda. I'll go after a hard day's work and I'll just have that one tall boy. I'm going to go get a Voodoo Ranger. I think that's what they're called. It's a one and done kind of beer. Let's get this over here. So I'm gonna get one of those, but I usually just drink like a Cabernet Sauvignon, and if I do like have alcohol in the house, then I do have bourbon, just kind of. And I don't drink much, so I have a fucking fancy ass decanter there, crystal looking all beautiful with that, that dark liqueur. More of a showpiece, and occasionally, you won't get yourself a little saucy, but we're celebrating today. And I think it's all right. We're kind of talking about this because there's a bunch of kind of people out there, bunch of kind of people. Weird, but alcohol's a touchy subject. Some people can't drink alcohol, like spirits. I get it, man. I met you. Your eyes get all glassed over and shit. You become a different person. And that's not why I don't drink personally. I really just didn't like it. Kind of not the most appealing sensation ever. Usually just makes me tired. Sometimes it kind of relaxes me, but usually getting tired is relaxing. So that's what it does. It's like a tranquilizer, for me at least. And that got me to thinking, because I've met so many people in my life. We all have that one friend who's so bubbly and cheerful, like the life of the party, a cool person, sweet girl, or just nice guy. And they drink alcohol, and all of a sudden they become a fucking monster or a crazy ass bitch. It is what it is, and this is kind of funny, that contrast. I know you've seen it. I've seen it a lot, and like in reverse too. Like you see the macho guy, or the kind of executive, kind of like bitchy girl, like just that, like the asshole guy and the bitchy girl, and you'll see them start to drink, and they become the biggest lover. The biggest guy becomes the biggest sap. And it's really funny. So I think that was another reason growing up that I didn't really have that appeal towards alcohol, because I kind of saw, I guess, what it did to people, but not in the sense of like I didn't want that to happen to me. I just kind of saw it as I don't need alcohol. I've always saw substances as kind of something with which people use to gauge their emotional, mental standing. Yeah, a substance that people use to judge their mental and emotional standing in a different way, because a lot of people use it to cover shit up. A lot of people use it and just actually suppress emotions instead of feeling them or identifying them. And that's where the problems lie, because alcohol is really good at like just making you not care. That's one thing that alcohol, it doesn't really, it numbs pain too if you got a toothache, and it's not like it takes away your problems, it just makes you not give a fuck about them, and that's the dangerous thing. Very dangerous, actually. So I never felt that I needed alcohol in the sense that because whenever I drank it, I didn't get happy. Whenever I drank it, I didn't get pissed off or start raging. That just wasn't my experience. And from seeing other people, I kind of, maybe I'm just lucky. I've always kind of been balanced. They probably thought I was gay as a kid, like, just a flamboyant dude. But I kind of have always just been in touch with that. So alcohol just puts me to sleep. And other people, like that macho guy who turns into a big baby, like, I see them and I'm kind of like, wow, you see them all the time, that type, that personality type, that archetype, whatever. It looks like they are suppressing a lot of their love, and they're just a mask, in a sense, of a tough guy, and the same goes for the woman. And then the nice guy who rages is just bottling shit up too much, and liquid courage is called that because it helps you express that part of yourself that you're too scared to express. And not always at the opportune moments. So alcohol is a useful. There's a lot of substances out there that kind of teach you things, like like the psilocybin stuff. It's in a different dynamic and ballpark. But in a way, like people call them like gateway drugs: alcohol, weed, mushroom, all this shit. It's just like gateway drugs. But in a sense, like it's more of a not a gateway, but it's an identifier, a checkpoint, a landmark with which to gauge your emotional and mental standing in the world. Because a lot of times people can really fool themselves by lying to themselves, and that's dangerous for everybody. So if you have a friend who's a tough guy who turns into a big sap when he drinks, then I don't know, try to figure out a way to help them express that self. And tell them to start drawings and pictures, take up crochet, on some demolition man shit. And in reverse, that nice guy that's acting too nice and saying yes to everyone and trying to be a people pleaser, it's just like, when I got friends like that, I kind of just, someone always skid my car. Anyways, when I have friends like that, I kind of just, give them those jabs, try to toughen them up a bit, break it out. Try to make them mad in a friend kind of way, like in a doctored setting, so it's just, well, I can't talk to you like a therapist, so the only thing I can do as a friend is interact with you and kind of subtly point out situations we might find both of ourselves in at the same time, with which I am going to be depending on your emotional and mental fortitude. So I'm going to fuck around with you a bit and see, like, when it's not a crisis, if I can kind of replicate a situation that might make you reflect deeper upon your own mental and emotional standing. So yeah, I'm gonna go get a beer. Long rant just to say that. It's a good day. Drinking is bad. But a strong adult is an adult who can just have one, who understands what the fuck it's for. It's not like, oh, we're getting beer, so we just gotta get enough beer to keep drinking till we can't drink. No, it's not that. It's not that at all. It's there for a reason. Sometimes it's fucking, like, have you ever tried a kombucha? That shit tastes like rotten beer. So, like, that's something good. That sounds something like it's good for your stomach, like kombucha. So, in a way, I'm not gonna say fucking alcohol is medicinal, but it does have its place. And when it's done responsibly, there are good memories. When it's done irresponsibly, we have memories. So just keep that in mind on your Thursday. Peace and blessings. Star Trek is so much better than Star Wars. Why? Because it actually teaches you some good ass fucking values. Not about like, I don't know, it has all the darkness of Star Wars, but a little bit of a deeper look at the human psyche, as opposed to just a narrative and character plot developments. It's a lot deeper. Oh, and Doctor Who's pretty cool too.